Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a really good day. Spring is in the air, March is fast approaching, winter is melting away, and pretty soon the flowers will be blooming. And where there's flowers, there are butterflies. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I see a butterfly, whenever I think of a butterfly, I can't help but thinking about Mariah Carey as well. Yes, Mariah Carey, the mother of Christmas. I have decided to go on my Mariah Carey discography journey. I am so excited. I've been wanting to go on this journey for quite a while, and I feel like because spring is approaching, I feel like this is the best time to do it. Mariah Carey's discography, I mean, we all know who she is. We all know how important she is in the music industry, what she's contributed to the music industry. You don't know how much she's contributed? Let me tell you. Throughout her career, Carey has sold more than 200 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling music artists of all time. With a total of 19 songs topping the Billboard Hot 100, Carey holds the record for the most number one singles by a solo artist, a female songwriter, and a female producer. According to the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, she is the second best-selling female artist in the United States with 66.5 million certified albums. In 2012, she was ranked second on VH1's list of the 100 greatest women in music. Mariah Carey has won 5 Grammys, 19 World Music Awards, 10 American Music Awards, and 15 Billboard Music Awards. She has consistently been credited with inspiring a generation of singers and is hailed as being one of the pioneers of pop and contemporary R&B music. Carey also became the only artist ever to have their first 5 singles reach number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart, from A Vision of Love to Emotions. Now, this will be quite the lengthy discography journey because Miss Mariah Carey has 15 albums in her discography, spanning from her self-titled debut record in 1990 all the way to Caution in 2018. Now, though there are 15 albums in her discography, I actually already did 2 first listen videos for 2 of the albums already back in 2018. My very first Mariah Carey video was for Caution, her latest album from 2018. I did a first listen video for that. It's a pretty short video, and from what I recall, I absolutely loved Caution. I still love it to this day. I actually revisited it a couple days ago, and I listened to it again for the first time in a while, and I still love it. It still holds up in 2020. And my second Mariah Carey first listen video was for her Merry Christmas album in 1994. Again, this was way back in 2018. Way back in 2018. I make it seem like 2018 was 10 years ago. It was only 2 years ago. Not even. A year and a half ago. I really love Merry Christmas. I mean, it's my go-to holiday album now. Listening to it for the first time, I was ecstatic. I was shocked at how good it was. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. Her Merry Christmas album from 1994 just celebrated its 25th anniversary last year. I was going to do a revisit video for that album, but I didn't get around to doing it. I might do it this coming holiday season. I still need to listen to her second holiday album, Merry Christmas to You from 2010, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year in 2020, so that's interesting. So yes, though there are 50 albums in her discography, I already listened to 2 of them, so technically I only have to listen to 13. Only 13. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I am over the moon. So, you know what? Enough talking. Let's just get right into it. Her very first album from 1990, her self-titled Mariah Carey. So this is the album that put her on the map, her very first album. There are 11 tracks, 47 minutes. I have heard 2 of the tracks for sure. I do recall hearing A Vision of Love, but I don't remember the last time I heard that song. I also heard I Don't Want to Cry, track number 3. And track number 11, I imagine I might have heard Love Takes Time. I probably had at some point. I actually don't really remember it. But like always, if I start listening to a song and it sounds familiar, I'll let you guys know. So let's get right into it with track number 1, A Vision of Love. I don't think I've actually ever sat down and listened to this whole song in full before. I've heard it before, but I've only heard pieces of it, parts of it throughout my life, but I've never actually sat down and listened to the whole track in its entirety. And what a fabulous song it is. I mean, her voice is so fresh, it's so new, it's so powerful. This is obviously her voice at its peak, at its most promising. And she hits that high note. I don't know what that high note is called. You guys know what I'm talking about when she does that thing with her voice. It's unmatchable. It really is. It's so brilliant. I feel like Mariah Carey is the embodiment of a songbird. If a bird could sing, this is what a bird would sound like. I mean, technically birds do sing. I mean, they sing in the morning, they wake you up. But if they actually had vocals and could actually imitate a person singing, this is what a bird would sound like. And I know I'm only one track in so far, but what I love about this album already are the lyrics. And what I love about the lyrics and why I love them so much is because I don't want to say basic because that might come across as a jab, but when I say basic, I mean they're pure and they're just back to basics. I mean, they're very simple. I guess that's the word I'm reaching for. They're very simple. There's nothing difficult about them. She's talking about a vision of love. She prayed through the nights, felt so alone, suffered from alienation, carried the weight on my own, had to be strong so I believed, and now I know I've succeeded in finding the place I conceived. Beautiful, touchy lyrics. They're very simple and pure, and when you combine that with Mariah Carey's voice, which is very powerful, I mean, that's a great recipe right there for success. I had a vision of love and it was all that you've given to me. I had a vision of love and it was all that you turned out to be. I'm sorry, I just love the lyrics. And like I said, the lyrics themselves are quite simple, but combined with Mariah's powerhouse voice, it really lifts the lyrics up and really makes the lyrics more powerful than they really have any right to be. Anyway, enough talking. Let's move on to track number 2. There's Got to Be a Way. There it is. Track number 2, There's Got to Be a Way. Oh my god. I am a little speechless right now. Oh my god. I'm a little exhausted. So let's wind it down. Okay. Okay, track number 2, There's Got to Be a Way. Going to this album, I thought each and every one of these songs would be just, love ballads. It kind of threw me for a loop. She is talking about, there's a little social commentary in this song. She's speaking about racism. She's saying, there's got to be a way to connect this world today, come together to relieve the pain. She says, in another land, they still believe color grad supremacy. I don't understand how there can be regulated bigotry. And maybe then the future will be a time without war, destitution, and sorrow, and hungry children won't have to die. Oh, if we work together today, we'll save tomorrow. I really love it when a song goes there. It touches on sensitive topics like what she's discussing right now, racism and hungry children and war and how we need to come together. I love when a popular artist of the time, I mean, obviously Mariah wasn't known yet when she recorded this album, but I like when a soon-to-be known artist releases songs like this. I mean, we've heard it from Janet Jackson, as well from a Rhythm Nation album. They touch on sensitive topics like the hungry children and war and racism and what have you, bigotry. But the production alone, I mean, she was belting there. She was doing some magic with her voice. Those high notes and the choir and was this song a single? It definitely should have been if it wasn't. So yes, There's Got to Be a Way was released as the 5th single. Well, thank fucking God. Anyway, let's keep moving along to track number 3, I Don't Wanna Cry. Once again we sit in silence, apart and breathe the distance. Lying what we had is gone. Just gone with the shadow of a memory. Alrighty, so that was track number 3, I Don't Wanna Cry, and I remember hearing the song for the first time. I don't remember when. I think I might have heard it on the radio or somewhere, but the moment I heard it, I was like, I have to download this song. And ever since then, this has been one of my favorite Mariah Carey songs. Obviously, as I start listening to her discography, my favorite Mariah Carey songs might change. As I listen to more music, I become more exposed to her and her albums. But the lyrics, I mean, this is a very beautiful song. At the same time, it's tragic and, of course, sad. She's singing, I don't want to cry. Nothing in the world could take us back to where we used to be. Though I've given you my heart and soul, I must find a way of letting go, because baby, I don't want to cry. Too far apart to bridge the distance, but something keeps us hanging on and on, pretending not to know the difference. So, it's a beautiful song, but at the same time, of course, it is sad as well. But I love it. So far, this album, 3 for 3, I've loved each and every song equally. I don't think I love one song more than the other. I know I just said I Don't Want to Cry is probably one of my favorite Mariah Carey songs, but I love each of the songs equally so far. I'm getting a little bit of a workout. I'm a little exhausted. Let's move on to track number 4, Someday. I've heard this song before. Alrighty, so that was track number 4, Someday. And yes, I've heard this song before, and just like track number 3, I Don't Want to Cry, I think where I've actually heard these songs before was when I was working in an apartment store way back when, a few years ago. And they would play a lot of older songs from the 90s and 80s, and I'm pretty sure that is where I heard these songs. And I gotta say, I was rocking out there. I was definitely rocking out. I heard a little bit of electric guitar, and I'm a little exhausted, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Though these songs aren't the most upbeat, they're not really dance-worthy, it's her voice. I mean, her voice is exhausting. I mean, it's so high energy, and it's bringing out my inner... It's bringing out my inner emotion, I'm just gonna say that. And I love the lyrics in this song. She is clapping back at the gentleman who let her go, who didn't want to be with her anymore. Someday, the one that you gave away will be the only one you're wishing for. Someday, a boy you're gonna pay. And he most certainly did. Can you imagine, just think about it for a second, dating Mariah Carey in the early 90s, late 80s, and this was before she was known, and realizing years later the super megastar she became, and knowing that you had your chats with her and you let her go. Sucks to be that guy. You'll change your mind and call my name as soon as you find they're all the same, and when you find yourself alone, don't come back crying, you should have known. So I don't know if this is about a real relationship, because I believe she did co-write this song. It says at the bottom she did co-write it. So I wonder if this is about a real person. If it is, I wonder if the guy ever tried connecting with her again years later. I would like to know the story behind that. Anyway, let's move on to track number 5, Vanishing. Alrighty, so that was track number 5, Vanishing. Wow. Once again, the vocals. I mean, it's Mariah Carey. Of course, she brings the vocals. But this song, especially the ending, oh, yeah, she just kept going on and on and on and on. Mariah put her Mariah spin on it, and she made it interesting. She made it extraordinary. Whereas another artist would have just kind of sang the lyrics, it would really have been that memorable in my opinion. But because Mariah sang it, I mean, she could sing the phone book and it would be entertaining. So this was a really great song. I enjoyed it like the rest of the album. Her vocals, like always, amazing. The lyrics, I was so enraptured. I mean, I love the words she uses in these songs. I mean, she uses words that I've never really heard before in a song, like enraptured. I mean, how many artists use the word, what's it called again? Enraptured. How many people use that word in this song? Enraptured. Only Mariah Carey. I've never heard that word in a song before. No sensibility to open my eyes. I misunderstood. Now you're fading faster. It's suddenly hard to see. You're taking the light, laying the shadows inside swiftly. So obviously, she's speaking about a relationship she had with someone, whether it be a boyfriend or a family member or whomever. Vanishing, I mean, I don't need to tell you what that's about. At the end, she is singing, and if somehow I could recapture all of the memories and bring them to life, Lord knows I would. But now you're fading faster, getting so hard to see, taking the light, laying the darkness inside swiftly. So I feel like she might also be singing about someone who is slowly passing away. Someone she knew dearly, and they are slowly dying. Their light is fading, and she has to say goodbye. She's saying all the memories and bring them to life. So, I mean, she could be singing about someone who is passing on very slowly, and she doesn't have much time left with them. Letting the shadows inside swiftly, the light is disappearing. So let's keep moving along to track number 6, All in Your Mind. Alrighty, so that was track number 6, All in Your Mind. And once again, Mariah killed it with the vocals, just like all the other songs. I feel like now at this point, I kind of have to look past the vocals and be like, yeah, she has really great vocals in the songs, like always, but I kind of have to look past that now and look at the song itself for what it is. And I feel like this is probably my least favorite song on the album. Though, like I said, she sings it amazingly. I didn't really care for the actual song itself. I still enjoy the song. It would be a song I'll go back to just because of Mariah's voice. Her voice elevates the song to unimaginable proportions. I mean, if any other artist sang this song, it would have been very flat. But because Mariah sang it, it's extraordinary. So let's move on to track number 7, Alone in Love. Alrighty, so that was track number 7, Alone in Love. She's singing about, you haunt me in my dreams, I'm calling out your name, I watch you fade away, I figured out your style. Sitting in the dark without you, how am I supposed to make it through the night? I'm kind of picking up on the theme of this album. I'm getting the sense that there's some sort of drifting. There is a drifting apart of a relationship. There's a vanishing. She's being abandoned. She feels alone. She used to love someone. Now that love is drifting apart. It's fading. It's disappearing. So that's definitely a theme on the record. The drifting of a relationship, whether you break up with someone or someone is passing away. Just that loss of something. This would probably be my least favorite song on the album. I didn't think it was very interesting, if I'm going to be honest with you. Out of all the songs so far, I would definitely go back to 1 through 6. But this one in particular, I don't know, there's something about it that wasn't really gluey to me. Wasn't attaching itself to me and my ears, I should say. Yeah, it was okay. It's probably not really a song I'll go back to. Let's move on to track number 8, You Need Me. Yes. Alrighty, so that was track number 8, You Need Me, and I was rocking out once again. I was having a lot of fun. I was hearing the electric guitar, which I didn't think I would hear on this album, an album that I thought would just be filled with ballads. It definitely proved me wrong. It's not all about the love ballads, obviously, and I actually like this song. There was something about it that that really rubbed me the right way. I really liked it for some reason. It's not one of my favorites on the album, I will say, but it's definitely, it's a good song. I liked it. I liked how she kind of changed it up in terms of the production. Anyway, let's move on to track number 9, Sent From Up Above. Alrighty, so that was track number 9, Sent From Up Above, and she's singing about God, and I don't want to live without your love, must have been sent from up above. And she does reference him at one point, which is obviously God. She's saying he made it happen, so God made it happen. I'm assuming, that's what I'm picking up on it. Heaven took command. So yes, heaven took command. He made it happen. God made it happen. Sent from up above. It's like track number 1, how she's singing about a vision of love. She had a vision of love. Love was sent to her. Blah, blah, blah. So it's a good song. And again, it's not really one of my favorites on the album. I like the second half of this album, but I'm definitely preferring the first half to the second half. So yeah, let's move on to track number 10, Prisoner. Alrighty, so that was track number 10, Prisoner, and I feel like I spoke too soon when I said that the second half pales in comparison to the first, which it does, but I actually really like Prisoner. It's definitely the most R&B sounding track on the album. There's a little bit of rap in it. And I imagine some could argue that this song doesn't really fit in with the rest of the album. I definitely feel like this song is a bit of foreshadowing for what's to come. In her later album, she'll have more features, and there'll be more rap, and more hip-hop, more R&B sounding, more upbeat songs. So I feel like this song is definitely foreshadowing for what's to come later on in her discography. So let's move on to track number 11, Love Takes Time. Alrighty, and that was the final track on the album, track number 11, Love Takes Time. This song does not sound familiar at all, and I thought maybe I would have heard it before, but it doesn't sound familiar at all, so I believe this is probably my first time hearing it, and I absolutely loved it. Definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite track on the album. Very beautiful, very classic, and it's a great way to wrap up the album, so I really enjoyed it. I like this whole album. Obviously, I like some songs more than others, but overall, it's a very solid album from Mariah Carey. This is her very first album, so what did we expect? She was definitely using her voice to her advantage. She wanted to show the world what she could do with her voice, and it was the selling point of her and this album was the voice and what she could do with it. I imagine people didn't hear a voice like hers before. Of course, there was Whitney. But Mariah does sound different from Whitney. They have their own shtick, I suppose, and it was all about the pop ballad divas like Whitney, like Celine, like Mariah, and they definitely stand out from one another. They have their own unique things they do with their voices. Mariah has that, that high thing she does with her voice. I don't know what it's called. I don't want to keep saying that high thing with her voice. She reaches the highest note she can to the point where it's almost screeching, but it's not. It's very beautiful. It's like a songbird. I don't know what's it called. I could look it up, but I'm gonna let you guys tell me. Please tell me what that note is called because I don't know what it is. It's what she's known for, and it's, you know, a very solid album. I enjoyed it. I imagine this probably isn't her best album, obviously, but it's a very solid 90s pop album, and I enjoyed it. So what did you guys think of the album? And were you alive when this album came out? Were you alive when people first knew who Mariah Carey was? What did you think of her when she first burst onto the scene? What were people saying? How was she being compared to other artists of the time, like Whitney? I think Celine wasn't yet known. I think her first English album came out in 1990 or the early 90s. So Celine came out around the same time as Mariah. So what was that like? And yeah, I think that's all I want to say. What are your favorite tracks on the album? And thank you. I am very excited to continue on with my Mariah Carey journey. So thank you and take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.